actually, in the quite famous prayer that Jesus taught, called the Lord's Prayer, there is a crucial key about this. Many people just say it and they don't even think about what it means. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Or sometimes it's said, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. So the key word is as in English. Forgive us our offenses or hurts we impose on others as we forgive others offenses, hurts they give to us. So those words are more than just a nice part of a prayer. They're actually a formula to experience receiving God's forgiveness. As we forgive, so are we forgiven. Now, when a baby breaks something, or maybe opens a drawer and takes things and puts them all over the room, you wouldn't punish that baby, would you? It's not hard to forgive the baby either. Why? Because we understand that it's just part of its growing and learning. Can we take the same attitude with adults? It's just part of their growing and learning. Now, that does not mean we don't say something that handles the destructive action, but realizing whatever the offense was, it was part of the person's growing and learning that caused them to do it. When we realize that, it takes the judgment and emotional charge out of how we handle it. Now, some of you may wonder, some adults seem to learn slower than babies. 맞아요? Well, there's probably a deeper reason. And in such cases, we have to enlarge our hearts to really understand why and come to a place of true forgiveness. Forgiving others is a vital key to our being forgiven, to our own experience of oneness with other people, and even to our experience of who we truly are, our true being. When we forgive someone, it changes our future. It also changes the other person's future if they receive our forgiveness. So forgiveness is actually our responsibility, our work. Yolanda said, you have the power to forgive sins. Most people think that's reserved to God, to Jesus, to priests, to monks. This is very different. Everyone has the power to forgive sins, but very few people realize it. So they don't realize the value of forgiving. It's the power to change the future. Don't we want a more beautiful future? So, real forgiveness is far more than just words. Only when we no longer blame a person have we really forgiven. Some people think, well, I don't have to forgive because I don't hold any resentment. We do have to forgive, regardless of our attitude. If we want to be forgiven, we must forgive others. What is a sign that we have not forgiven? I think you can answer that.
Uncomfortable feeling we have still carried with someone thinking of him.
Yes, that's very good. Very good. 또?
You get angry with thinking of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
The impulse to judge the person.
Yes, not only the impulse, but actually judging. And of course, resentment that comes.
And also, I think that I want to change the person.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, very good, Sarah. I can feel the history behind that.
저 같은 경우는 두려움이 와요.
Fear. Yeah, that's good too. Right.
또 상황이 그 패턴을 이렇게 봐왔는데 그걸 잘 지켰지만 또 그런 상황이 또
It keeps coming until even if I see the patterns and so on, and I thought that I've moved on, but it still comes
Yeah.
again and again.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah. True forgiveness takes work. Yeah.
I feel victim.
Victim. Oh, that's a good one too.
좋아요. 네.
Yeah. Very good. Anyone else?
상황을 피하고 싶어.
Want to avoid.
Yes.
seeing
Avoid.
him.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, as we end this part, I'd like to invite you to imagine what would it be like to develop a community of friends who have no judgment or resentment toward anyone. Don't necessarily have to live together, just friends. No judgment, no resentment. Can you feel what a clear heaven that would be? Like a clear blue sky. And what would the people in such a community be like? 대답해주세요.
Free.
Free.
From what I do, even because they don't judge me. I can be free from what I do and the perspectives of any kind.
Free of what you fear others will think.
Yeah.
Yes.
네.
그리고
Heaven.
heaven, yeah. What would the people be like?
그러면
Happy?
but always sing because they are so happy to live.
Okay. And on the inside,
네.
what would there be? What would their qualities? Joyful?
연결되어
Connected?
있고,
Yeah.
flexible,
Flexible?
네. comfortable.
Okay. And would we not have very large hearts?
네.
Wise and compassionate
네,
hearts that genuinely love. Okay. So, in such a community of friends, do you think there would never be things to address, like, destructive interactions and things like that? Yeah, I see Aji saying no. I agree. There would still be things you have to handle. But such a community would have developed a healthy way to handle minor destructive things and even larger destructive things. So through our recent Sunday services and other gatherings in other ways, we've been working to establish healthy ways to do this. But there's more yet to integrate in our living, isn't there? So I trust that today we've begun to remove some of the deeper things that block that clear heaven. We've taken a step to more deeply realize the value of my forgiving. And we've realized forgiveness is the power to change the future. And forgiving is our responsibility, and that we are forgiven as we forgive. So let's deliberately let the value of forgiving penetrate to the depths of our being so that we can unleash this creative power. The world really needs it. The world right up close and much further out. But what we've shared today will only have value as we practice it, as we actually take steps in our living to do it. When you weigh those reasons against, oh, it's so hard, it's obviously worth it. And it does take some deliberate work at times to deeply come to a place of understanding and truly forgiving someone. In essence, a key is to realize they did the best they knew how. Given all the factors, that was their best. Well, we may not think so, but taking that attitude toward it is what allows us to change the future. So let's explore this in our living. 감사합니다.